it's Elizabeth. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another episode of the murder mystery series here on my channel, and today we are covering the case of the murders of Villisca, Iowa. So, first of all, I just want to say that I did not realize until I was literally sitting down to film this video that the last murder mystery video I filmed was about the Axeman of New Orleans, and now I am talking about another axe type of case. So I am sorry if that bothers you, but next time I promise we'll talk about a case that doesn't involve an axe killer. Like I said, today we are talking about the Villisca axe murder house. The house is in Iowa, which if you guys know, I'm from Iowa, so we are talking about my home state here, and this is a pretty grisly murder, and it's really scary actually. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Yeah, let's just get started. It takes place in, like I said, Villisca, Iowa, and it starts on June 19th of 1912. So, Lena and Ina Stillinger, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, I apologize if I'm not. Lena and Ina Stillinger were family friends of the Moore family, and on this night, Lena and Ina decided to spend the night at the Moore's house. So earlier that evening, Lena and Ina were with the Moore family at their church's Children's Day program, and their Children's Day program started at 8 p.m. and ended around 9:30, and the Moores and the Stillingers did not get home until around 9:45, 10 p.m. I don't know if I said this earlier, but the Moore family consists of Josiah, who was 43, Sarah, who was 39, Herman, who was 11, Catherine, who was 9, Boyd, who was 7, and Paul, who was 5. Also, if you see me looking down at all, it's because I have notes and research on this specific case. Arrived at home around 9:45, 10 p.m., and nothing else was heard of that. They were just assumed to go to bed. 5 a.m. the next morning, their neighbor, the Moore's neighbor, Mary Peckham, stepped outside to hang her laundry and noticed that no one was outside, obviously, because it was like around 5 a.m. So she just noticed that, observed it, went back inside, came back outside around 7 a.m. and noticed that the Moore family still hasn't gotten up, and that's kind of unusual for them because usually they're up and going, and they're just unusually still. So she got a little bit worried. Mary knocked on the door and there were no answers, so she tried to open the door, but it was also locked, and she also tried opening the back door, but that again was locked. After waiting for some time, Mary called Josiah's brother Ross Moore, and Ross came into town and arrived at the house, knocked on the door pretty much like Mary had, tried to open the door, it wouldn't open, and he also kind of yelled and shouted, and there were still no answers from inside the house. So after using that, he resorted to using his key, which I don't know why he just didn't do that in the first place, but he decided to use his key to open the back door. And when walking in, he found the bodies of Ina and Lena Stillinger. Both girls laying on the bed with their faces covered in bedcloths. After finding the bodies of Lena and Ina, he rushed outside without going any farther into the house, and he told Mary to call the police. And once the police arrived, they found the remaining members of the Moore family inside, also murdered. Found the rest of the bodies in the upstairs bedrooms, also covered in bedcloths. The entire family, along with the Stillinger sisters, had been brutally murdered, with their heads kind of bashed in and their skulls crushed with presumably an axe that was left behind at the scene. A little bit of evidence and just some other facts. Like I said, the axe was left at the crime scene with blood on it, which obviously leads police to believe that that was the murder weapon. The estimated time of death of all of the members in the house was shortly after midnight. Time of finding all the bodies, their faces were covered in bed sheets and bedcloths, so you could not see the skulls crushed in right away. The thing is, a piece of a keychain was found inside the house that did not belong to the Stillinger sisters or any of the Moore family, but they could not find who the keychain belonged to, so that was kind of just a dead end. Another odd thing was in the kitchen there was a pan of bloody water found, and also a plate of uneaten food. Another really strange thing about this case, I mean, it's all strange, but another strange thing about this case is that all the doors were already locked, and there were no strange fingerprints on them or anything, so it's almost like the murderer had already been in the house when the time the Moore and the Stillinger sisters arrived back from the Children's Day program. Either that, or I don't know, it's really strange. Because of that, and because of all the circumstantial evidence, and the fact that it was 1912 and fingerprinting was fairly new and there wasn't that much that could come from it, and it was pretty inconclusive, there were no really ginormous suspects or any big breaks in the case, and it did go unsolved, and it's still unsolved and closed to this day. So that is pretty much it for this case. It's a really strange one. There are no really huge suspects in the case, and the whole entire town after these murders were pretty much kind of in fear and just kind of locked themselves in their house and stayed in and just kind of became hermits. But no other murders happened, unlike when we talked about the Axemen. No other murders happened. It was just the Moore family and the Stillinger sisters, and that's just so sad to me that just two little girls that were spending the night at a friend's house got caught up into this, and it's just really sad. And the whole Moore family himself, no one knows anything, I don't even know how to say this, any like motives or any suspects, or it's just a complete mystery, and that's why we call it my Unsolved Murder Mystery series, I guess. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know about that, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment about what you want to see next. I'm going to flash a page up on the screen after I'm done talking, and I'm going to put some names of some different cases, and so if you guys are interested in this murder mystery series, please comment down below which one of the cases that I put on the screen that you want to see first. So that'll help me out a lot and know which to talk about. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.